Nirudyogi Bachao, Unemployed Bachao, dear students and rescue fighters of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, a warm welcome to all of you. My best wishes to Netaji TV viewers and TK News viewers. Convey my best wishes to your family members and everybody. Let's start with the Deccan Chronicle English paper today. So today, the main news. You can see that KCR calls TRS TRSLP meet triggers snap poll buzz, invites MPs to meet. Suddenness of call lends an edge. I read out what exactly KCR intention will be. CM will hold cabinet and TRSLP meetings on September 3rd, the same day as the Southern State Zonal Council meeting in Kerala. Below that something was mentioned here. Amit Shah to discuss and resolve interstate disputes between southern states. It was this statement was made by Amit Shah. Home Minister Muhammad Ali and CS Somesh Kumar are unlikely to attend the meeting. They don't like to attend the meeting. I read out this information. TRS President and Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao on Tuesday called a meeting of the TRS legislature party at Telangana Bhavan, the party's headquarters, on September 3. Soon after the cabinet meeting, all the party MPs, MLAs, and MLCs were asked to attend the meeting without fail. Earlier on Monday, the Chief Minister announced a cabinet meeting on September 3rd at Pragati Bhavan. Yeah. Rao suddenly decision to hold the TRSLP meeting immediately after cabinet meeting and asked even MLC to attend the meeting, triggered speculation in TRS circles that the chief minister wants to gear up party leaders for early assembly polls. The invitation to MPs to attend the meeting was addition to the speculation. Although the media statement issued by the chief minister office stated that the meeting would discuss various development programs being implemented in the state, newly sanctioned Asara pensions, Podu lands to the tribes and other issues. It failed to douse the speculations in the last 8 years since the TRS came to power in 2014 in Telangana. The Chief Minister never held a meeting with MLAs, MLCs, and MPs at a time to discuss welfare schemes, development programs, and other issues. Although such meetings were held a couple of times to discuss and devise agitation programs against BJP leader led government at the center over paddy procurement issue. There is a heated debate in TRS circles that the chief minister will throw some light on the possibility of dissolving the legislative assembly and going for early polls along with Karnataka assembly polls scheduled for May 2023. Amit Shah meet uncertainty prevails over the Telangana government's participation in the Southern State Zonal Council meetings scheduled to be held in Kerala on September 3, which will be chaired by Union Home Minister Amit Shah to discuss disputes between the Southern State. The CM has been skipping these meetings since 2016, deputing the Home Minister and Chief Secretary on his behalf. This time, even the participation of Home Minister Muhammad Ali and the Chief Secretary Somesh Kumar looks doubtful as the CM has convened a cabinet meeting and a TRSLP meeting on the same day. While Ali has to attend both the meetings, the CS has to attend cabinet meeting. See, you understand from this news, I can say yes. I can also say Mr. KCR never ever conducted any meeting for the welfare of the people, especially in some area I have seen in Telugu newspaper. It was not highlighted in this paper. See, the students, the government school students, they don't want the afternoon meal. They are unable to eat because due to health concerns and unquality food. So they are doing some sort of agitation, protestation, protesting on the roads. They never conduct any meeting for them. And they have said in several meetings, whatever The CM, you know, I can say the CM family members and any person who whatever they eat, the other people should eat the same way. It was given by them. The statements are given by them only, but never ever implemented that. Now coming to other news. Uh, yeah, let's move on. 50 feet clay idol, Panchamukha Ganapati was thrown open for display at Khairatabad on the eve of Ganesh Chaturthi in Hyderabad on Tuesday. This is the first time that a clay Ganesh idol is being used in Khairatabad. Tharoor in Congress, President race. All are welcome, says party. It's interesting news. We expect Rahul Gandhi, but it has been changed. As reports of Congress Lok Sabha MP Shashi Tharoor contemplating contesting election of the Congress president trickled in. The party said anybody who wanted to contest could do so. Congress spokesperson Gaurav Vallabh said, I am not aware of anything like that. All dates are mentioned in the election schedule. So if anybody wants to do that contest, the dates are there. I don't want to say anything more about this. Report said Tharoor, an MP from Thiruvananthapuram, is exploring the possibility of running for Congress president but has yet to take a final call on it. He has not made up his mind but could take a call on it soon. Meanwhile, speaking to reporters, Tharoor clarified that he has not made any announcement. He said people are free to speculate as they like. All I have written in my article is that elections are a good thing for the party. Beyond that, I have not made any announcement. He further added, I welcome the fact that the Congress party has announced an election is going to be conducting it openly, freely, fairly. The process is some weeks away. Let's wait for some time, see how it evolves. After reports came in that the Gandhis are not keen to contest the election and they are looking for a non-Gandhi party president. Several names have been doing the rounds. The front runner seems to be Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot, who claims that he will work hard to ensure that Rahul Gandhi will be the party chief. The election to the post of Congress president will be held on October 17th and the results will be declared after counting on October 19th. The election will be notified on September 22 and the date for filing the nomination would be between September 24 and 30. The last date of withdrawal of nomination would be October 8th. Jharkhand crisis, 39 MPs, UPA MLAs taken to resort. Tolling botched up family planning surgery up to 4th. Very sad, very pathetic. CBI gave clean chit Sisodia. The CBI found nothing after a search of his locker. Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia claimed on Tuesday after sleuths of the Central Probe Agency went through his locker for about 2 hours in connection with its probe in the alleged liquor policy scam. Sisodia and his wife were present as a four-member CBI team conducted the search at a Punjab National Bank branch at Sector 4 of Vasundhara in Ghaziabad. On the outskirts of the national capital, a team of four CBI officials reached the PNB branch on Tuesday morning to execute the search amid chaos outside. Supreme Court to hear polygamy Nikah Halala petitions in October. Supreme Court drops Kalyan Singh contempt case. Indian Navy to get new naval ensign. PM to unveil new ensign in a move to do away with colonial past. This is one of the information was given. These are the issues highlighted in the national paper, especially South Indian newspaper, Deccan Chronicle. Second page, 35K Ganesh Pandals make mood festive. 35,000. GHMC forms GAT government to ensure complete support to Pandal organizers for peaceful festivities. Okay. Now next. In Dulpet eco-friendly clay idols edge out pop. GHM's cat teams would be deployed along the 303 kilometers procession route. I read out this news, very interesting. Over 3,500 Ganesh idols have been installed across the pandals in the city for the 11-day Ganesh festival, which begins on Wednesday, according to Minister Talasan Srinivas Yadav, who presided over a meeting at Buddha Bhavan on Tuesday. Following the meeting, Srinivas Yadav stated that the state government would provide full support to the organizers and ensure that the festival was held in a peaceful environment. He urged citizens to hold eco-friendly Ganesh celebrations. He stated that GHMC, HMWS, SB, HMDA, electricity, tourism, roads and buildings and fire departments had made elaborate preparations for the festival, which will conclude on September 9th with the immersion of Ganesha idols. The GHMC has formed a Ganesh action team for every 3 kilometers GAT. Each team will consist of a sanitary supervisor, 3 field assistants, and 21 workers. Teams have been formed to work around the clock on the day of the immersion. He stated 214 GATs with the 8,114, 8,116 personnel would be deployed along the 303 kilometers to procession route. The GHMC plan to install 280 cranes at lakes throughout the city for the immersion on the 3rd, 5th, 7th, 9th, and 11th day of the fest. Apart from the city's water bodies, the immersion would take place in up to 74 baby ponds, excavation tanks, and fiber reinforced plastic ponds to prevent untoward incidents. The R&B department would contract who lay 2 layers of barricades along Hussain Sagar. The HMWS SB planned to establish 101 drinking water camps. The fire department was tasked. Any other information was given with stationing 38 fire tender vehicles along the procession routes, as well as deploying 3 boats at each of the lakes of Sarur Nagar, Kapra, and Pragati Nagar. The department would deploy 3 boats on the tank bund side and 2 boats on the PVNR mark, in addition to 4 spare boats and 10 deep swimmers at Hussain Sagar. The electricity department procured and installed 48 transformers in the Hussain Sagar area, as well as 5 at the Sarur Nagar lake. There are 101 transformers installed near water bodies. In addition, the electricity department would spend 2 crore to install 41,284 temporary lights. Meanwhile, the immersion of the Balapur Ganesh idol, made of the plaster of Paris, which traditionally leads the immersion procession in Hussain Sagar, has not been decided. Transport cost increase due to higher diesel price. Idol makers switched to clay. Munugodu show parties. No rush to name bipolar candidate, says Revant. TS Forest Department launches KawalTiger.com. Yatra. Congress to draw max mileage. Probe 234 crore. Bangling and tourism rentals. High Court. Women lodges plaint against cyber hacker. 3 youths steal Ganesh idol from stall. Illegal parking. A large number of vehicles parked habitually in front of Bawarchi Hotel at RTC Cross Road in Hyderabad on Tuesday. Student dies by suicide after PET's death. PD Act invoked against man for spreading hate videos. For spreading hate videos. The city police commissioner on Tuesday invoked preventive detention PD Act, Preventive Detention Act against one Saeed Abdullah Quadri alias Kashaf for creating hatred between communities using social media platforms. Prior to the arrest of Gosha Mal MLA T. Raja Singh, Kadri, a resident of Malakpet, posted provocative and inflammatory messages and videos on social media through his Twitter account with an intention to promote enmity between two communities. Kadri, along with his supporters, had staged a dharna on the intervening night of August 22 and 23 before Commissioner's office in Bashirbagh. A police official stated that Kadri had shared offensive videos allegedly posted by Raja Singh and Sri Ram Channel Telangana and had demanded the arrest of the MLA during the protest where hundreds of people from Muslim community from all over the city participated. Kadri allegedly instigated the protesters to raise provocative and inflammatory slogans and created hatred and ill will between two communities. We identified the suspects and our teams are tracing the accused. Stern action will be taken against anybody spreading or have already spread hate videos and slogans, a police officer said. BJP will form graft-free government, yes, says Kishan. Center order on power dues on illiteral Vinod. TS will be TS will be TRS free after 23 polls BJP. Yet to receive directives from CM office. Allahabad Congress falls silent after Rajgopal defection. UPA Sarpanch hacked to death by Naxals. CM may dissolve assembly for early polls. Leaders attending meet but ignore FP issue. Kid. Women deaths in FB camp. BJP seeks Harish resignation. Human Rights Commission seeks a report. The Telangana State Human Rights Commission on Tuesday sought a comprehensive report from the Rangareddy District Collector of the Botched family planned operations at the Government Civil Hospital Ibrahim Patnam. The Telangana State Human Rights Commission said the collector must submit the report by September 10th. By September 10th. Mother sits on protest, demands officials take immediate action against her son. Man withdraws money from mother's account. A man allegedly withdrew a large sum of money belonging to his mother from her bank account with her. Interesting news. To her mother, her bank account without her knowledge, and then started threatening her to stay quit. She claimed on Tuesday the victim was identified as Kadari Sarojini Rani of Signal Colony in Mehboobabad. After the death of her husband, the locality elders directed her two sons to look after their mother for 6 months each in a year. Police said Sarojini Rani took ill recently. Taking advantage of this, her elder son Kadadi Ramakrishna, his wife Shirisha, and mother-in-law Koppula Pushpa allegedly withdrew 12 lakh from Sarojini Rani's account without her knowledge. It was only when she went to her younger son's house that she learnt that her money had been withdrawn illegally from her account by her elder son. When she questioned Ramakrishna about her money, he started threatening her. Sarojini staged a protest by shaving her head and holding a flexi in her hands at the Ambedkar Circle in Mehbooabad on Tuesday and demanded that officials take immediate action against her elder son and do justice to her. Very pathetic. CBI gave me clean chit after locker search. Claims Sisodia. Modi to visit to Mangaluru on September 2nd. CBI found nothing after search of his locker. Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia claimed on Tuesday after sleuths of the Central Probe Agency went through his locker for about 2 hours in connection with his probe in the alleged liquor policy scam. Massive havoc. Motorists and pedestrians wade through the floods outer ring road near Bellandur throwing heavy monsoon rains Tuesday. School children walk along the flooded roads following heavy monsoon rains in Kochi. Child rights body pulls up school for CCTV in toilets. Supreme Court closed cases on Babri Masjid. 39 Jharkhand UPA MLAs flown to resort near Seagar capital, Chandigarh capital. 3 decades after the demolition of Babri Masjid and the construction of Lord Rama's temple in Ayodhya is in full swing. The Supreme Court on Tuesday brought the curtain down on the contempt proceedings against then Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Kalyan Singh posthumously and the top officials of the state for their failure to stop the demolition. G23 asked Azad to calm down. Some members of the Congress G23 change seekers group like Bhupinder Singh Hooda, Anand Sharma, and Prithviraj Chauhan met former Congress veteran Ghulam Nabi Azad here on Tuesday evening. Azad had recently resigned from the party. Speaking to this newspaper, Chauhan said that it was just a courtesy call. He added, I had come to Delhi, so I went to meet Mr. Azad. He was a party of the letter writers like us, so we wanted to know why he quit the party without keeping us in the loop. Huda, a former Haryana chief minister, also termed the meeting as a courtesy call. In the last couple of days, it has become a free for all between Azad and his former party. Some reports suggest that at the meeting with Azad, the three leaders suggested that there should be less acrimony between him and his former party. Azad will meanwhile hold a public meeting at 11 a.m. on Sunday at Sainik Colony in Jammu. This will be his first meeting since he snapped his nearly 50-year-long association with the Congress. This meeting will coincide with the Halla Ball rally led by Congress leader Rahul Gandhi to be held in the national capital on the same day. Economist Abhijit Sen, 72, passes away. 3 militants killed in a gunfight in Chopin. Kyiv claims attack on Russian forces. Moscow says Ukraine suffered heavy casualties. Pak UN jointly appeal for 160 million for flood relief work. Amid protest, Gunfire in Iraq green zone. Withdraw shit cleric to protesters. Imran offers to take back judge remarks. Talks with IMF in final stage. Lanka president. Giant unity government. Ranil to parties. It's a financial news. Yeah. There's a illustration. Nikat Hussain Isha felicitated. Eminent sportspersons from the state were felicitated by the Telangana NGOs Union Hyderabad district in the city. On Tuesday, the function was held under the leadership of President Dr. S.M. Hussain Muzif. World Boxing Champion Nikat Jareen was presented a cash award 3 lakh, while Commonwealth Games and World Boxing bronze medalist Muhammad Usuddin and Asian gold medalist shooter Isha Singh were presented 2 lakh each in the presence of Mamil Rajendra, President K. Pratap, General Secretary and Home Minister Muhammad Ali, Sports Minister Srinivas Rao Gaud, and Chairman of the Sports Authority Telangana State Venkateshwar Reddy. Speaking at the function, Mr. Municipality feels very happy to participate in the social activities apart from employees welfare issue. In future, he hoped the sportsperson will win many more medals for the state and the country. He also thanked sponsors Destiny Group, India, UAE for the support. David versus Goliath. Remaining sports news, I think so. PR news which are covered by the national paper today.